Alright guys, so in today's video, we're going to go over 8 reasons why your insurance company will deny your claim and what you can do about it once they've denied it. Alright guys, so if you've ever filed an insurance claim on your home for wind, for hail, for tornado, hurricane, anything, you know that sometimes they can be extremely difficult to deal with. It can be a painful process. It can be long, it can be very nerve-wracking. You could be having to deal with lawyers, public adjusters, a whole bunch of people that have their hand in the cookie jar. These 8 reasons are normally why an insurance company is going to deny your claim, say that you don't have cause to get a repair or a full replacement on your roof, on your bathroom, on your basement, if it's flooded, all that kind of stuff. These are geared towards roofing, but there's a litany of reasons on the interior of your home why they would deny an insurance claim also. So we'll get started with the first one up here. They say it's too old. We're seeing this a lot with insurance companies that are denying to either give somebody coverage on their roof because it's a certain age, and or they come out, you identify hail, you identify wind, they come out and they say, well, the roof is just too old, and because of that, we don't owe for this damage. It was neglected. It should have been repaired a long time ago, that kind of thing. So old age is a reason why I've seen insurance companies deny full roof replacements. The second one is wear and tear. So they'll come out, they'll look at the roof, they'll say, well, it's in too bad a condition. It should have been taken care of. So this wind damage right here doesn't matter at all. This hail damage doesn't matter because there's too much wear and tear on the roof. There's too much granulate loss. There's too many unsealed shingles. The fascia is not in good enough shape. Whatever reason they can find, but second is wear and tear. Third is an improper repair. If they come out and the roof has been previously repaired, they'll come out, they'll take a look at the repairs that were done, and they'll say, well, we don't owe for the damage because it's been previously repaired and it wasn't done correctly. When the exact opposite is actually the case. You can show that the repair was done, it was done improperly, and it's failing again. So there's no way that you can repair the system a second time if the first repair is already failing. A lot of times it's exactly the opposite of what they're telling you. The fourth thing is blistering. They say it's hail damage, but they say it's blistering. So this is actually really, really common. It goes the other way sometimes, where roofing contractors that don't know what they're doing or that have some kind of intent to get the roof replaced, even though they know it's not hail. But a lot of times it is hail damage and they just say that it's blistering because they don't want to pay for the roof. So this one is a really big one. We see it a lot. In Georgia, you don't get really massive, huge hail, so they have this out a lot. If you get inch-size hail to maybe an 1.25 inch size hail, it's not going to leave the type of just massive indention that you might see in Texas, you might see in just the middle of the country where they're getting massive hail. And so as a result, a lot of insurance adjusters that weren't trained properly and or have been given a directive by somebody higher than them to not pay for roofs will identify hail damage as blistering and say that, oh, it's not ventilated properly, it wasn't installed properly, and therefore it's blistering, and we don't owe for blistering. We only owe for hail and wind. So the fifth thing is no storm date. This is a very, very common one, right? So you get up on a roof and it's smoked. It has wind, it's got hail, whatever it is. And then you come down and you're like, this one's definitely going to get approved. And then you come to find out a couple days later, they denied the claim, saying that there was not a good enough storm date. A storm date, if you have damage on the roof, if there's damage present, it doesn't matter exactly what day that it happened. The damage is the most important part. So if you identify hail damage on a roof, and they deny it because of no storm date, you definitely have grounds to move that forward to a public adjuster, go to appraisal, maybe have to hire a lawyer, that kind of stuff. Number 6 is no or not enough collateral damage. So collateral damage is the damage that goes all the way around the outside of the home. It's to your metal dryer vents, your downspouts, your gutters, your gutter guards, your metal slant back louver vents on top, your rain caps, basically any accessory that goes to a roof or around a home that's not the shingles or the roofing system itself. So you can have collateral on play sets out back, on your grills, on your screened-in porch, on your screens on your windows. All of that builds the case that there was a hail event or a wind event, but sometimes if there's not an adequate amount, meaning if they don't think that there's enough, even if there's a litany of damage on the shingles, they will deny your claim and say there wasn't enough collateral. Number 7, and this is really a Georgia thing. There's a lot of states out there where they have matching clauses, but it's more of a policy thing than it is a roofing thing. But basically, roofing building codes don't allow you to mix and match shingles as if the manufacturer specification says that you can't. And so the code says that you have to default to manufacturer specifications and that you can't just mix and match any old shingles. And so as a result, in the state of Georgia, we don't have this matching clause. So what they will say is, we go out, we take a look at a roof, it's got hail damage, it's got wind damage. They write for a small repair. We tell them, hey, we can't repair this roof because there is no product that matches this roof. It's discontinued. There's nothing of like kind. And they'll come back and say, well, there's something of like kind and quality. Basically meaning, we don't care. You use whatever you see fit to use, which is not up to building code. And so as a result, in the state of Georgia, we see a lot of roofs that should be full replacements get written as repairs. And then there's a whole process that has to ensue to try to take it from a repair to a full replacement, but it's tough because there's no matching clause and the appraisal laws in the state of Georgia are pretty weak. So that's number 7. And then number 8 is old damage, and this one really makes me laugh. When you go out and you do an inspection, especially for hail, they'll take a look and say, yeah, there's hail damage, but this is old hail damage. So we can't write up an estimate for a full roof replacement for this damage because it's old. We have to find some new damage, which is just kind of funny to me because damage is damage. And whether your damage occurred yesterday or 1 year ago, it shouldn't really matter to the insurance company. They owe. Don't take this one right here too serious. Old damage is a reason why they deny it, but with your type of policy in your state, it could be very different. So these are the top 8 reasons why we see insurance companies deny claims. We work on a lot of these, right? So if you have been denied for an insurance claim and you're in the Atlanta area, really in the Georgia area, and we can get to you driving, we'd love to come out, take a look, see if we can help you out, recommend some stuff. There's a lot of roofing companies out there that mean well, but they just don't understand the game as well as we do here at Big Time Roofing. We hope you learned something today. We hope you can take this out and get your next roof paid for through your insurance company. If you like this kind of content, if you could consider heading over to our YouTube channel, that's at Big Time Roofing LLC, and give us a subscribe. And while you're there watching one of our videos, hit that thumbs up bell. It helps us in the algorithm. And then if you could head on over to our Facebook, our LinkedIn, our TikTok, that's at Big Time Roofing LLC, and give us a follow. We would greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great day.